When committee members have reviewed, I would entertain a motion to approve.
So moved.
Second.
Moved and seconded. Any discussion? All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Motion carries. Item number 1, authorization for amendment professional services contract with John B. Galloway for bridge inspections and other related services associated with 4 additional bridges. Selden, welcome.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman, Counselor, good evening. This is a request to amend the contract that we have with Mr. John Galloway. He handles our bridge inspection services. This contract we executed earlier this year for our standard bridge structures. Since that time, we've become aware of 4 additional structures that should be on our inventory that have not been. So this will include those on our inventory now and get a complete inspection of those 4 bridges in place.
So what were the 3 or 4 that were not on
These four locations are all located on Jack Warner Parkway. The 2 bridges in question are the 2 bridges that sit just west of the Boy Scouts office over the railroad track. There's a set of twin bridges there. The other 2 structures is a 4-barrel box culvert that sits under 25th Avenue East, right at the Jack Warner Parkway intersection. And then the 4th structure is a 5-barrel box culvert that sits probably another 150 yards west of 25th Avenue. That has a storm drain ditch that runs out to Black Warrior from there. All of these structures were originally installed as a part of that phase of construction of Jack Warner Parkway. That was a state project at the time before the roadway was turned over to the city, so this is just a long overdue oversight that will get cleaned up now. The cost for this inspection and associated work is $5,800, and we'll cover this out of operations. Motion to approve.
Second.
Moved and seconded. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Item number 1 is approved. Item number 2 is authorization to execute a cooperative service agreement with the U.S. Department of APHIS and Wildlife Services. Selden.
This is a authorization for adding to or amending our agreement with U.S. Department of Wildlife Services. It will be a 5-year extension for this agreement. The services they support us with are addressing wildlife services that we don't have the capabilities to do with our own animal control office. They address things such as wildlife intrusion at the airport. When we have beaver dams that cross creeks creating flooding, they come in and remove those. They address some of the wildlife coyote calls that we get and so forth. That contract is usually for not to exceed $7,000 a year. We have extended that to $12,000 a year moving forward just because we've seen an increase in need for on calls for them. Again, this is covered out of our operations budget.
Any questions?
So moved.
Second.
Moved and seconded. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Item number 2 is approved. Item number 3 is approval of professional services agreement with Garner and Associates for engineering services on University Boulevard East, the Alberta Bridge Lighting Project. The total is $34,000. Zach, welcome.
Good afternoon, Council.
Good afternoon.
Here to get approval for Garner and Associates for engineering services to add lighting to the Alberta Bridge that goes over the railroad track and Kicker Road. They'll be doing the design. The total project budget is $360,000. They're asking for $34,000 for their design.
They're designing what the lighting scheme should be.
Yeah, they're going to design because the bridge wasn't built to accept lighting. So they're actually going to have a structural engineer to work with to decide or to design what kind of lighting we're going to put on the bridge, or if the lighting has to go beside the bridge, or how we're going to achieve lighting on the bridge.
What led the decision we need lighting on the bridge?
It's
That's not a loaded question.
Yeah.
Are all bridges lit up or not?
This is, I know Mr. Tyner couldn't be here, but we've been working with Mr. Tyner on this for years. That area of University Boulevard going east is extremely dark. And when Aldott constructed the Kicker Road Bridge, as mentioned earlier, there wasn't lighting put into place. So this is an opportunity to get some much needed lighting in that area.
It is dark.
Any other questions?
So moved.
Second.
Moved and seconded. All in favor say aye. Aye. Item number 3 is approved. Item number 4 is approval to enter into professional services agreement with Thompson Engineering for a bathymetric survey of Lake Tuscaloosa. Total is $189,200. James, welcome.
How are y'all?
Good.
How you doing?
Doing good. We haven't had a bathymetric study since 2004. And,
What is a bathymetric?
Thank you.
That's what I was
That's where we're
gonna
going to
ask.
figure out how much volume we've lost in the lake. From
I'm
the-
tired of being the, y'all.
Say it again.
It's
We're
a
going to find out how
silt.
much volume we've lost in the
Yeah,
lake. It's a silt
study in a
issue.
way.
By
Okay.
2004, from 1970 when it was built, we lost 10% of our lake.
Is that
Oh,
silt
wow.
coming in,
Yeah.
James?
Yes, sir.
You mean the bottom came up or the edges came in? Or?
Just washing in, silt washing in the lake. We lost 10% by 2004. So we want to know where we're at now.
Absolutely.
So we can get a dredging project started maybe. The mayor had asked me 2 years ago what my worst fears was on the lake, worst problem is the siltation on the lake.
Well, you answered my question, but it would have to be dredged areas.
We've got some areas that need to be dredged that are starting to become hazards, boat hazards and stuff. We got temporary buoys and all thrown out. And this right here, just how much it has filled up and what kind of problems we're having and what we need to do.
I know you talked about this one other time.
Right, when y'all come up to our
You-
shop.
We don't really have the equipment to do that.
We don't right now, no, sir.
What's the funding source?
It's already paid for out of my budget.
I'm good. You got any questions?
No, sir.
Motion.
Second.
Moved and seconded. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Motion carries. James, appreciate all the work you do. I think that it's very important once we get this study to start attacking this, because there's a lot of issues up there with some of the silt on the lake, and I've heard some people say that we don't care about that, and I don't think that's accurate.
We care about the.
So we care about our lake, and we need to make sure that we keep it the way it is, don't we, Cameron? So anyway, all right, item number 5, that's enough off my soapbox. Approval, which I can get back on quick, by the way. Approval to enter into minor public works contract with Northport Electrical to rebuild capacitor bank breaker at Ed Love, total $9180. Welcome, Kimberly.
Thank you. This is exactly what it says it is. It's just to rebuild one of the capacitor banks at Ed Love that this is a proactive rebuild of this particular capacitor bank. So this is funded in our Ed Love's operations budget. I'm sorry, I'm feeling a little tongue-tied.
Did you just use the word proactive? Is that what I heard
I
you say?
did say that word, yes.
I thought we weren't proactive at City Hall.
That's not true.
Proactive.
I'm sorry, I need to be quiet. I'm gonna get in trouble. My wife will be texting me probably. So anyway, any questions for Ms. Kimberly?
It's good with being proactive. So
I
moved.
agree. Moving second. All in favor say aye.
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 Motion carries. Thank you, Kimberly. Item number 6, approval to enter into public works contract with Price Civil Services for construction, maintenance, and rehabilitation services for the 2023 sanitary sewer rehab and repair. That's a lot of words. Project total is $879,492.84. Ron, welcome.
Yes, sir, thank you. This is our yearly contract that we do with outside services. This year, Price Civil Service won it, 2023 sanitary sewer. It's our reactive and proactive stuff that we do.
Ron, that's the word
We
of
do
the day.
proactive.
Right.
It's-
I'm sorry.
It's funded out of our operations capital budget, and we do have the funding for it.
What's, Ron, if this is a yearly contract, how does this price compare with the recent years?
We bid it in 2019 is the last time we bid it. We were able to renew that contract for 3 years. I came to y'all a month or so ago and asked y'all to give us an extra couple of months on that one, so we did. It went from $844 to $879 over a 3-year period.
So moved.
Second.
Moved and seconded. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Thank you, Ron. Item number 7 is approval to enter into minor public works contract with B&J Painting Service to paint the interior of wastewater collections building 18. That is a total of $30,858. Welcome, Summer.
Thank you. Yes, this is just an interior refresh of the Fletcher Admin Building. It has not been painted in a very long time. It's not very attractive, so we're gonna freshen it up a little bit. We got 3 quotes. B&J was the lowest at $30,858.
So here's another example of being proactive.
Absolutely.
That's very good. Questions?
Also in y'all's maintenance budget?
Yes, sir.
Motion.
Second.
This is overdue, frankly.
Yes.
Moved and seconded. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Motion carries. Item number 7 is approved. Item number 8 is approval to enter into minor public works contract with Accurate Air Balance to test and balance HVAC system at Jerry Plot plant. Total is $5,000. Summer?
So this is exactly what it says it is. We're gonna go to Plot, test and balance their HVAC system. And it's a continuation of what Kimberly has done at some of her other facilities. So it is budgeted out of her operations account, water and sewer.
Questions?
So moved.
Second.
Moved and seconded. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Motion carries. Item number 8 is approved. Item number 9 is approval to enter into minor public works contract with Air Tech for cleaning of air ducts in Annex 2, 3rd floor, and administrative building, $11,475. Summer.
So this is with Air Tech. This will take care of this Annex 2, 3rd floor, and Fletcher Admin Building. With that, they gave us a 25% discount because they didn't have a lot of work going on right now. So we decided to go ahead and jump on it. Be proactive on that too.
All right, you said proactive, you said budget.
Yes, budgeted, yes.
Motion.
Second.
Moved and seconded. All in favor say aye. Anybody says that our committee meetings are boring or wrong.
I think some department heads will be getting a new favorite word.
Proactive, not reactive.
We like that at this committee. So, any other business to be brought before our committee? Before I entertain a motion to adjourn, remind committee members and the public, our next public projects committee meeting is next Tuesday, February 7th. I would entertain a motion to adjourn.
So moved.
Second.
Moved and seconded. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye.